Hi, welcome to Party Food Hero. I'm Aaron. Today we're going to be making an amazing filet mignon. I'm going to show you exactly how to make it to the same level as any high-end steakhouse. Not only that, but I'm going to show you how to do it in a regular oven, or if you have a smoker, we'll see which one's better. But either way, they're both going to be absolutely delicious and cooked perfectly. Whether you like yours rare, medium rare, or, medium. Let's be honest, after medium rare, do you really like steak? Maybe not. But anyways, I'm gonna show you exactly how to make the perfect steak, and we're gonna be putting together this amazing compound butter that takes any steak that you make to the next level. Absolutely amazing. Let's go check it out. All right, and here's what you need for the most amazing filet mignon you're ever gonna make, you're ever gonna have. It's delicious, you're gonna love it. Look how beautiful those fillets are. Look at that marbling, delicious. Splurge, get some prime beef. All right, these are thick pieces of meat, so we are going to liberally season these with some kosher salt. And we're gonna do this on every side, so top, bottom, on all the sides. We wanna have it all covered in salt and pepper. So first we'll put the salt on. Next, we're gonna put on some freshly cracked pepper, and I do highly recommend using freshly cracked pepper. Do this to all the sides, and then let the fillets rest at room temperature for about 30 minutes. And before I season the other sides, I like to just pat the salt and pepper into the meat so it doesn't fall off when I flip it over. So there you go. Now to the rest of the seasoning. All right, now that you've seasoned these properly and let them rest at room temperature for 30 minutes, we are going to insert the thermometer. It is essential that you have a thermometer, because this is how we are going to ensure that it is cooked just perfectly to your preference. So on partyfoodhero.com, I'm going to have it listed out at exactly what temperature you're going to pull these off of your smoker or out of your oven and then sear them. That way you're just gonna have it's just perfect. These come out just absolutely perfect. So we're doing a reverse sear. So we're cooking them first up to a certain temperature, whatever you like yours at, whether it be rare, medium rare, whatever you like it at. And then we're gonna sear them so we get a nice crust on the outside. So you gotta have the thermometers to be able to do that. And I have two because I'm gonna put one in a smoker and one in an oven and see which one turns out better. So we're gonna throw the first two on the smoker. Just so beautiful. Just beautiful. And then the next ones we're gonna put into the oven. Go Recteq. And the ones that you're gonna put in the oven, I like to keep on a wire rack and then put on top of a baking sheet. That way any leakage doesn't leakage onto the oven edge. Now, once they come to temperature, these are at an internal temperature of 120 degrees. They're not going to look very appetizing. And that's because we haven't seared the outside. So while we're letting these rest for 5 minutes, we're going to prepare the cast iron skillet that we're going to use to sear these in. And then you're going to use your butter and whatever herbs you like. You can use thyme, rosemary, whatever. We're going to use that with butter, and we're going to kind of bathe it in the butter with the garlic, rosemary kind of liquid. You'll see. It's amazing. Absolutely delicious. But before we start searing, we're going to want to pat off any excess moisture from the steak. This will help get a better crust when we do sear these fillets. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil to the very hot cast iron skillet. And then make sure it gets all over this place. And you can see how hot it is. It is smoking, so you know the skillet is nice and hot. I'm gonna throw on the fillets. You can say which one was smoked The smoked one looks a little pink on the outside, or maybe reddish. I don't know, whatever. It's on the top. And then the oven cooked one is on the bottom. And you are just gonna sear those on each side for about 45 seconds to a minute until you get a nice good crust. And right before I flip these over, I'm gonna put a little nub of butter in the cast iron skillet. Oh, what? Yeah, nub of butter and some garlic, a little bit of crushed garlic. So I just did a garlic clove and I just kind of smashed it. And then I added it with the butter. And then I'm gonna flip these over. Got that nice, beautiful crust. And then I'm just gonna make sure that these get a little extra flavor on there. So that is the compound butter that I made, which is essentially herbs, butter, obviously, and then I put blue cheese in there, and it turned out absolutely amazing. The recipe will be on partyfoodhero.com, exactly how to make it. It made these the best steaks I've ever had. So what I'm gonna do now is, now that I have that, I'm gonna just kind of tilt the cast iron skillet down just so I can start spooning on that other butter. Because you want to know what? You can never have enough butter when you're making steaks. That's, you're probably like, well, don't you have the compound butter? Do you really need more butter? Yes, you do. And it makes a giant difference because this butter is garlic butter essentially. And it just makes a steak taste even better. I'm going to let these steaks cook on that side for another, 30 seconds. And then we're going to pull these off and we're going to let them rest for a little while. And we're going to cut right into them. And they are going to be the best steaks you've ever had. Just watch. Look at those magnificent steaks. I'm going to apologize in advance. When I go to show the cutting section of this, I totally cover up the steaks. Not the best angle for doing this, but whatever. And then just look how buttery soft. I didn't even need that knife. I could have cut that with a fork. And look how perfectly cooked that is. Just nice, medium rare. Oh my gosh, I want to go make these again. It's so good. Look at that, just perfectly cooked. That's how your steak should look. That compound butter on top takes it to the next level. And look how juicy and amazing it is. Super easy to make, not hard. You just need a few tools and you're gonna have yourself the best steaks you've ever had. No more Ruth's Chris. No more going to any of the fancy steakhouses. Make it yourself. It's just as good, if not better. All right, now for my favorite part of the video, I get to eat the food, and in this case, one of the best things you could eat, a delicious filet mignon with prime grade beef. Yeah, it's amazing, and it smells really, really good. I've made this several times. I know it's gonna be good because I've made it several times. But this is the first time I've done a side-by-side that is a smoked reverse sear and just in the oven reverse seared. I usually do one or the other. I usually just do the oven because it's quicker and faster, but let's see how this goes. Okay, I can tell you this much too, that compound butter, whew, smells delicious. Okay, all right, so let's take a little, and I like mine medium rare because that's how I like mine. So that's how I cooked it. Here we go. Wow. This isn't a braggy thing, but I've been to a lot of high-end steakhouses. I don't know if I've had a filet that's that good, which is with that compound butter. Oh, by the way, that was just the oven one. Oven reverse sear, smoked. That is so tender and so delicious. Now, again, the quality of the meat is going to make a big difference as well, especially when you're dealing with fillets. But it makes sense. So, you go to a fancy steakhouse, a filet is going to cost you $50, $60. each one of these were $15. So you can make just an amazing, wait a minute, is it $15? No, it's less than that. Each one of these was like $12. So you can make an amazing, like high-end steakhouse experience for literally a fraction of the price. So, okay, here we go. Let's try this. And it's not like you're eating this every day. And if you can afford to do that, awesome. But, a couple times a year, you want to get crazy. You want to have just an amazing steak. Do it the proper way, and this is the proper way. Okay, so let's try the smoked one. It is so tender, I'm probably just gonna cut it with my fork. Look at that. You just get obviously you're getting that compound butter, the salt and pepper, but that you get this like back note of the smoke that I personally love. I think that is amazing. They're both incredibly delicious. I would slightly prefer doing it in the smoker just for that extra flavor profile, I guess. But like I said, I would be super happy with just reverse seared in the oven. That's still amazing. That's still better than almost any steak I've had at any fancy steakhouse ever. That is so good. That compound butter as well. Oh my gosh. All right, so go to the Party Food Hero website. The recipe for the compound butter will be there. This compound butter, my goodness, would make it's when we talk about bursting with flavor, that thing is bursting with flavor and will take, like I said, any steak you make to the next level. But there you go. You want to have yourself a nice fancy steak dinner and you want to know exactly how to cook it perfectly. That's how you do it. Not hard. I mean, you'll need a thermometer to be able to monitor the internal temperature of your meat. But other than that, you probably have everything already at your house. Do yourself a favor. If there's like a special event or special occasion that you're doing this for, get that prime beef. It was actually roughly the same price as the regular beef at Sam's Club, which makes you wonder, is it just the same? I don't know, maybe. But get a nice thick cut, nice thick fillet. Do the reverse sear the crap out of it. You make this compound butter because my goodness, that is amazing. Yeah, there you go. Perfect steak. I'm telling you, perfect steak. Make it. You're going to love it. Your friends will love it. You'll love yourself for making it. Don't forget, follow us on Instagram at Party Food Hero. All the recipes are at partyfoodhero.com. Again, that's where the compound butter recipe is going to be. Don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, hit the notifications. Check out all our other videos. We've got a ton of videos for any type of party occasion, whether it be a party of one or a party of all your friends and family. So there you go. And remember, be the Party Food Hero. This might be one of the most excited videos I've ever done because I cannot wait to finish this. Oh my gosh, it's so good. So good. Make it. You'll love it.
Be the Party Food Hero.
So good.